So this year we're really excited to have Goicolea coming from New York. Anthony's a Cuban-born international photographer who now lives in Brooklyn, and his work is amazing. He started off in lots of self-portraiture and now he works doing these amazing sinister landscapes and tackles lots of different issues like child abuse and homosexuality, and so that's what it's about. We're just getting these interesting people here who are a little bit out of the ordinary.
I basically started working in photography. I had actually gone to school for painting and drawing, and then once I left school, I no longer had a studio to work out of, and so I started doing more photography because it was compact and I was able to build sets. And I was doing primarily self-portrait work, kind of a bit in the vein of like performative work and documenting it. Basically, I would set the camera up on a tripod and kind of choreograph myself within the frame, and then in post-production Photoshop I would composite it all together. For me, like gender issues and sexuality and coming of age issues, I was particularly interested in that period between boyhood and manhood, that sort of puberty, because I felt like it was a period that A, is not talked about very much, or at least when I was doing this work was not spoken about very much. But B, it just seemed really awkward and undefined in a way. In photography, I felt like sort of, at least for me, some sort of obligation to create a world that was seemingly believable, that maybe once you started looking at it a little bit more closely, you would realize, oh, that's not quite possible. This is low tide. The cliffs on the right side are actually from Bethel's, but then the water in the front is filled with fish, and that's from, I think that's Toronto. The seawall is from Vancouver. The lines, like the electrical trolley lines, are from Berlin, and the water tower is from New York. So it's really just like a combination of different places, and my mind kind of works the way that when I'm painting kind of gets put together in that way. This is Snowscape with Owls, and this is on top of Mount Ruapehu, kind of tracked up there with some laundry lines and a bunch of sheepskin, and tried to create this scenario, which I remember being very painful because I was wearing sneakers. This one is called Tree Dwellers, and it's actually, I don't know, it's in Auckland in the domain. There's like a giant tree there, so I photographed that and inserted all of the tree houses separately.
Yes, I came and saw Anthony's work today, the photographer. Certainly with his photo manipulations, it's really inspiring to go ahead and do that kind of thing as well.
I really like Anthony's work. I like the way he works with nature. It's really cool.